Oh, you definitely hear some tuts, and then someone would have the confidence to say something.
And that's you?
Sometimes. Depends on my mood.
You get quite a lot of people looking funny at you.
Oh, in the UK, it's a very simple answer. People would just jump, would fly to the other one. Sadly, that is the case.
Yeah, everyone hates it when you do that, so never do that.
Hiya, welcome to Easy English. So a few weeks back, I made an episode on things not to do in the UK, and it got me wondering, what do the people of Brighton think is the biggest not to do in the UK? Before we get started, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Here we go. As a native Brit, give me one of the don'ts of British culture.
You must never stand on the left of an escalator, especially when in the London Underground. Yeah, everyone hates it when you do that, so never do that.
So the first thing that comes into my mind is don't jump forward in a queue.
Right, okay.
Queue in a nice, neat order. Don't jump the queue.
Okay. Never say pants instead of trousers, because that's just wrong. It's trousers. Pants are a different thing.
Okay, so then what are pants?
Pants are underwear.
I discovered here queues. You know, we don't queue elsewhere in the world, so that was a good thing. And then there was the off-license closing at 11.
Well, when you you get in someone's way, or you get to a door about the same time as them, we always say sorry automatically, when actually most of the time it's not your place to say sorry.
Right.
It could be them, but you say it automatically as a reflex response.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of our automatic cultural ways in the UK.
Yeah. So would your answer sort of be, don't be afraid to say sorry too often, or something like this?
Never be sorry to say sorry.
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 A cultural don't.
You can word it in another way, so you can say, do this.
Okay, so something I think that we do a lot in our culture is apologise frequently. Probably quite meaningless sometimes, but sometimes it's an apology for inconveniencing someone else. So, oh, I'm really sorry, I've just inconvenienced you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. And we end up running around apologising to everyone, probably not really meaning it.
And so then what is it that you're kind of... Let's say you're speaking to me and I'm like a non-native Brit. Are you telling me, don't be afraid if I apologise to you, or don't be afraid to over-apologise to us Brits?
Oh yeah, you can over-apologise all you want to us Brits, because I think we probably love it.
So if you're standing, you have to stand on the right, and if you're walking, you walk on the left. Obviously, it's very busy in London. I don't know how many people live there, but there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of people you don't want to annoy there.
Okay, so what would happen? Let's say I get up on the left and I just stand there. What happens?
You'd probably get into an argument. We've seen it happen, haven't we? Huffing. Yeah, a lot of huffing, a lot of move out of the way, barging, this and the other, a bit of an argy-bargy.
Okay.
Yeah, that type of stuff.
Do you know what this person meant when they said the word argy-bargy?
Barging, this and the other, a bit of an argy-bargy.
Argy-bargy is British slang for a quarrel, argument, or for a fight. Now you would know this if you became a member of Easy English and used our vocab helper. Our vocab helper gives you a list of the more extensive British vocabulary used in the episode and defines it for you. Now some of these words in the vocab list are then put into our worksheets to help you understand how to use these terms in the right context. Click here if you're interested in becoming an Easy English member. There you'll find all of the learning extras for all of our episodes. What would be the sort of punishment if you were to jump the queue with Brits?
Well, that would be to go back to the queue and wait half an hour.
But would you be sort of reprimanded if you were to do it, do you think?
Yeah.
Would you really?
Yeah.
I always kind of consider...
I do if people jump a queue.
Oh really? You call it out?
Yeah.
That's quite direct, because us Brits typically are quite passive-aggressive, right?
That's true, yeah.
In my mind, you'd hear a few tuts.
Oh, you definitely hear some tuts, and then someone would have the confidence to say something.
And that's you?
Sometimes. Depends on my mood.
There's a term, that's pants, right? It's not, right?
Yeah.
And people were not saying that's like trousers, that's pants, which kind of would mean like
It's rubbish.
I don't quite know why.
No.
Why pants are like equivalent to
British
rubbish.
humour, I think. Just like pants, toilet humour. That's the.
But would you say that? Is that something that people could say if they came into Britain? Like, if that
Yeah,
someone was
yeah.
rubbish?
Yeah.
That's pants.
Yeah. I don't say it, but
Probably could. Why not?
could.
Do you think there are the rules kind of change in London, the sort of cultural, unwritten laws of British culture?
Well, if you think London, Paris, New York, etc., people walk fast, speak fast, have no time to say hello, goodbye, thank you, etc. To an extent.
Yeah.
So it's the price of, in quotes, progress, or is the sweet taste, or accurate rather, taste of capitalism.
Let's say that you've called up a lift and you're waiting for someone, and then the door opens and you both go, even though you've called it. So maybe it's your turn to go in. You kind of clash.
That's exactly a typical one, actually. You call the lift, you're waiting for it, the door opens and someone's in front of you and you say, sorry. And really, it's not your place to say sorry.
Yeah.
It's just, and it may be both of you said sorry.
Yeah, right. That's usually the kind of general scenario, right? Both of you will probably say sorry.
Absolutely.
But it's not generally you apologising or they're apologising, really.
No. In fact, it comes out of you without you realising that you've said it.
Yeah. So would you say you don't have to use it as a sort of a guilt admission?
No, as I said, ultimately it's a reflex of politeness.
Aren't people in Britain so insincere then if they're just constantly walking around saying sorry?
That's a good question. Maybe Brits are a little insincere. Who knows? I think it's just it's just a cultural politeness thing. We sometimes can be overly polite. Someone could bump into me and I would apologise.
I was going to
It's
ask.
one of those things, isn't it?
Are you a sorry person?
Oh, all the time, yeah. I run around apologising for things all the time that probably was not really my fault. And yeah, I probably wasn't actually sorry, but anyway, it just slips out.
Makes you think now that didn't Elton John have that song? Sorry seems to be the hardest word. It's kind of
maybe not here.
Not at all. It's a bit of a lie from Elton John, because it's probably the easiest word you can say.
Depends if you're sincere or not, though, doesn't it?
I often find it a bit strange that you say that if you were to do it on an escalator, people would actually speak up. Do you think that's the case?
No, yeah, definitely.
Because as Brits are known for being a little bit like passive aggressive.
Yeah.
But you'd actually verbally hear someone kind of
definitely.
shout at you or moan.
I wouldn't say shout. I wouldn't say they go all out and start having a proper shout up. But without a doubt, they'd say something passive like, "Oh, stand on the right," or something like that, or just stay in my way. Then something sarcastic along those lines.
Do you enjoy queuing? Do you think it's a good cultural rule?
Yes.
And then, so what is your thought on things like the bar, and specifically, I'm always thinking of the London Underground.
The London Underground. Well, yeah, queuing doesn't really come to force in London Underground, does it? Because London people are always in a rush, and therefore don't have the politeness to decide to queue.
Because with that, it's just like a swarm,
yes,
right?
That's just a swarm, and it's like, get on that train before it goes, even though there'll be one in 2 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, and on the sort of, if there was like a list of cultural rules, how high does queuing fit? How high does queuing sit on the English scale?
Pretty high up. I mean, it's the first thing that came to mind. So it's right out there for me.
Brilliant. Thanks for watching this week's episode. Let us know in the comments below the biggest not to do that you know in the UK, and we'll see you next week. Ta-ra!